And we're live on a Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. What? What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil, first child of God, messenger of God. I am the Lilith reincarnated on a Friday. In order to keep up with me, you would have to catch my videos that I posted all day yesterday. We had a 10-day forecast, and we also had a shadow spread last night. So right now, since we already covered all areas of life, I'm going to do a spiritual growth spread, see where we are in the mix of all of this. There's a lot going on. Basically, it all said that you are going to go through the awakening, the dark night of the soul. You're going to be facing towers and being asked to let go of shit. That is a typical Friday. I'm sorry that this is your first Friday, but get ready. We do this shit every weekend. It's called the Ascension Path. What did we focus on? Possessions. We were talking about material possessions. We were talking about, I prepared you a lot for the spiritual realm that will contact you when you start elevating your consciousness and stop being such a freaking human. What else did we talk about? I don't know. It's all in there. So we're just going to pull out the tarot and see where we are. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. See where we are spiritually, what we're focusing on. We take it little steps. We have an overall idea, and that's where it all came up. I obviously am feeling better. I mean, my stomach isn't, but I'm over it. Let's see here. Let's check the energy. Current energy, please. Oh, shit. Well, our boundaries are up. I feel like that's exactly what you probably would have seen. I'm going to finish this up with a Notoria card, too. That's probably, oh, that wasn't the Notoria. That was the Quantum. Here's the Notoria. You would have seen that yesterday. My boundaries are up. In the essence, you have to keep reassuring people to fuck off. Why? Because they don't understand it, dude. They take kindness as a weakness, dude. They think forgiveness means an open opportunity to pull some more bullshit on you. You know, so you're going to be asked to walk away from people, places, and things. But these things don't want to let you go, and it's already difficult enough for you to walk away, but they keep pulling you back. They keep pulling you back, and you have to reassert your boundaries, and this is where you become karmic, dude. Have you learned your lesson, or you're going to go back to that shit? In the middle of yesterday's 10-day forecast, I felt a Mercury retrograde. I couldn't put a date on it until Leo season, but I felt that it was going to happen this weekend in the patterns. What's a Mercury retrograde? You go back to your fucking comfort zones, your bad habits. Shit that you said that you were over and now you're doing again. So that's definitely projected for this weekend. The Five of Swords is, you know, it's kind of all about that. And it's like you have to stand your ground. People are going to, you know what I mean, they're going to keep crossing that line, dude. And you have to keep, you know what I mean, plugging into their head that, no, this is me. This is the new me. This is my boundary. This is what I said, and I stand behind what I said. All right. So anyways, the Five of Wands is strife. I'm going to read this in the storybook form for you because this is your story. The Fool finds 5 people fighting. Oh, this isn't the picture that I have. I'm reading it out of my my Pagan Tarot. I'll show you this picture so you can have this visual. There's that one, and there's this one. Oh, I went to the Five of Wands. That's why. Five of Swords. Excuse me. Hold on. Just as dumb, if you ask me. Oh, defeat. Defeatee. Yeah, that's part of a Friday. Okay, whatever. That's not how I read this card, but we'll go into it. Soon after the peaceful truce of the Four of Swords, the Fool finds himself once again surrounded by conflict. Wandering through the swaths of dead soldiers, he finds a lone warrior seated upon the ground after a battle that he has stained the frozen earth with blood. The Five of Swords symbolizes thoughts and arguments that have brought about a situation. Let's see. And before I read it out of here, let me tell you what this says in this little book. And this little guy. Because that's how I know this card. Swords. Arguments, disputes, and conflicts. Be careful of stepping on others to get your way in a dispute. We pulled that in the dark in Dante's last night. Or maybe you're the one who's being thrown under the bus. Or have you lost at a competition? This card reminds you to pick your battles wisely. The reverse possibility is integrity, resilience, and reconcile. That's how this one says it. Now let's go back into here. Let's see. You're the only one alive, the fool says to the soldier. Nevertheless, I won the war. Nothing is left, absorbs the fool. But I won, and the warrior insists. What is it worth? I won, the man repeats stubbornly. What is it that you've won? The fool wonders to himself, thinking that this man is not quite right and is not quite in the right mind. Just then he notices carrion birds above that feed on the corpses of the slain. We are the Furies, the daughters of the night, they scream. We punish murderers, those who swore false oaths, those who act from malice, the cruel, the prideful. Such men curse themselves in their acts, thus repeat the rewards of their actions. This man's pride has led him to destroy everything in the service of his own desires. In this, he has sown the seed of his own defeat. Defeatee. We spoke about them yesterday. Who are they? Kanye, Russ, Wolfman, all of them. They acted in malice, they told lies, they were cruel and prideful. They cursed themselves. The key word of the Five of Swords is defeat, and it heralds disappointment or loss. It is a card about consequences. You may have arrogantly and selfishly pursued your own desires, and even if you think you've won, the victory will be a hollow one. This winning worth it at any cost? Pick your battles carefully and consider the effects on others. Alternatively, this can be about the consequences of violence and the idea that might is right. It can suggest that someone has bullied or injured you. This could be a boss, partner, parent, or even a stranger. If this is the case, you need to find your inner strength and stop giving your power to this person. And that's what I said about boundaries. Even if you never see them again, dwelling on the incident or permitting it to shape you casts you into a role of a victim and allows them to win. If this card appears in the future position, it comes as a warning to take precaution. Reverse meaning. You are wallowing in the feeling of disappointment after a setback. You're blaming everyone around you, but really the only person defeating you is you. Swallow your pride. Reach out to the people that you've argued with and try to find a solution. Squirrels may be resolved with negotiations. When it comes to me, I have always said, if you need to apologize just to clear your conscience, fine. You're forgiven in my eyes. I can't go forward without forgiveness. So it's not something I hold on to. You're just holding on to the memories and the shame and the guilt and the blame of what you've done to me. If you need to reach out, if God literally will not give you peace until you make it amends, High Priestess Phoenix 6@gmail.com. In the essence, that is not an open doorway for you to come into my life. This is an open doorway for you to make things right, and we can close the door properly so it's not haunting you in your sleep. That's how I feel about it. I'm not looking to rebuild broken relationships. Once they break and fall, you know there's nothing there. Yeah, other people do. They really want to, build a new relationship with me because they were wrong and they see all of the benefits of being my friend or whatever they wanted from me. I see all of the fucking burdens of being your friend and everything you wanted from me. I see the truth, and now you have to face it too. That's to all of you, you know what I mean? Really, there's a bunch of you that really just, you know what I mean? You lied and cheated and stole shit from my page. You talked about me. You talked about my children. You did all kinds of things, and God watched you. And not just God, but Pac. Why do I say that? Because Pac's my avenging angel, bro. You're not getting away with shit. Not one fucking thing. They protect me because they don't want me to get hurt, and they don't want me to act in anger. That's it. They will show me when the time is right, when I can take this and I won't hurt anyone with what you've done to me. And I can alchemize it. And I will. It'll always end in forgiveness, no matter what you've done. But you've gotten away with nothing. You have deemed yourself dirty. Marked by the beast, bro. And every Holy Spirit, anybody of the Spirit can sense it on you. You have literally damned your fucking timeline and your family's timeline fucking with the Holy Spirit like this. I don't know who you think you are, but I've told you from the beginning that I am the goddess. And you've taken my kindness for weakness, and God will make you pay for that. It's called karma. And in essence, you know, part of that payment is putting your pride aside and apologizing and taking ownership for what you've fucking done. Admitting to the world, confessing your sins is what that is. You were wrong. And it's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. And that's what these type of moments, these Fridays are about. It's going back to those repressed memories and emotions that we try to run from. Those shadow parts of us of how we acted and how we feel and what we've done. Going back and understanding why we acted that way, why we felt that way, and why we thought it was okay to hurt other people. And if you're on the other side and you're looking at, you know, on your victim side, you still have to wonder, why did this person do this? You know what I mean? You have to answer all those questions to move on. And that's, you know, going back to someone like Kanye, you got a lot of fucking apologizing to do, motherfucker. You offended countries. You offended cultures. You offended sexes. You offended religions. You're a walking offense to humanity. You've got a lot of cleaning up to do, motherfucker. And you didn't do shit to me. I was the first one that tried to clean you up when I came out here. You were the first one I tried to clean up. But all you did was keep fucking making it worse. What I tell you from the beginning, I came here to clean your name. You made it worse and worse. From the very beginning, what did I say? Shut the fuck up, Kanye. Shut the fuck up, Kanye. I can't do this if you keep running your fucking mouth. Shut up. Quit pouring out your shit. Quit projecting out of your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up, Kanye. Your words have destroyed everything. It's destroyed your legacy, your children's lives, your divinity, and anybody around you. It's destroyed your music. It's destroyed your health. You are destructive energy. Sit the fuck down and deal with your fucking feelings, you piece of shit. And if I see that bitch's fucking vagina out here one more time, I'm going to send something at her. And you both are going to taste like it. I will send a bacteria straight up in her fucking vagina that'll hurt both of you. It'll burn when you pee. Stop bringing your fucking vagina out here, bitch. That's all you got is your pussy? I'm going to make that shit fucking reek and ooze if you put it out here one more fucking time. You dirty bitch. Filthy bitch. Because what? Because Kanye told you? Because you ain't got a mind of your own? Or is that what your mind does after you guys put all that fucking nitrous in your head, you airheads? You got a lot of fucking apologizing to do, bitch. You too. You're disgusting. You're half the reason he can't have a relationship with his children is because you stand in the way of his divinity. He doesn't stand in yours. You had none. Look at you, popping your pussy on the fucking streets. Where's your parents? So fucking proud that you're over here sucking off the fucking rapper, right? Ugh. If I see that bitch's pussy on the fucking internet one more fucking time, I promise you, she's gonna have the worst fucking vaginal infection that has ever been created by man. And then she's gonna put it on Kanye's dick, and both of them are gonna be, dude, they're gonna have, what do they call it? The clap. We're gonna be clapping for that shit. Put your pussy out here one more time, bitch. One more time, bitch. Because your man ain't got a dick. Stupid bitch. And that goes to your dirty, filthy fucking Jonica over there, too. Tell Johnny to keep her fucking Johnny wrapped up. Nobody want to smell that on the court. Filthy bitch. Truffle butting bitch. Truffle butter ass bitch. Bitch don't even wash her hair. You gonna tell me she washes her pussy? He's all mouthing it. Can't stand y'all. What's my spiritual work at hand? I know it's going to be something fucked up. Oh, you reap what you sow, bitches. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow, bitches. That's what that is. 7 of coins. You reap what you sow, bitches. All that shit you've been putting out into this world, bro, is all coming back to you, dude, times 3. Everything you ever thought, bro, is all coming back. The traditional concept of this card is cultivation, and it shows that if you work hard and steadily, you will reap the rewards in due course. Don't get impatient and try to rush things. That was me yesterday. I was trying to reevaluate my documentary. I said, no, we're building it. We're still building it. What the fuck? Be sure that what you are striving towards is worth it, and as you run the risk of working for the sake of working. That was Russ the Bust. He came home from his little show and he took pictures of him in front of the mic. He's right back to work. Why? Because this album isn't going to do it. And he knows it. He's got 20, how many days do you got? 30 days to make a miracle happen without God? Nah, get to work, bitch. And her pussy ain't going to pop it for you. That's all I can say. Stop worrying about scarcity or lack of finances. The Seven of Pentacles assures you that you have plenty to go around. We talked about that yesterday, your material possessions. If you don't have an open, giving heart, then you're not open to receive shit. If you've closed down the gates of giving, then you've closed down the gates of receiving. It's a law of attraction, bro. The harder you hold on to that last dollar, the longer you're holding out from getting another dollar. It's simplistic, universal laws, bro. The card shows that committed effort is being put into a relationship. None of mine. Okay, that's not true. I really love this guy, and I keep fucking with him. Damn it. You may be thinking about your future as a couple or have plans that need financial considerations. I don't think so. Such as saving to get married or buy a house. Not important in any of my perspectives. If you're not in a relationship, this card advises you to be patient in your search for love, as you may have to wait some time before you meet the right person. You can take all the fucking time you want, bro. Seriously, bro. God's like gonna make me a fucking Sarah. Seriously? Yeah, and you better watch out. You're gonna be just as old, Abraham. Are you afraid to start over? That's what I said the other day. Are you afraid at your age to start over? To go out and start completely over and have a newborn? Are you afraid? Are you afraid you won't live that long? Are you afraid that your body won't keep up with the child? You feel like you won't be, ready to be that person? I have no fears of this shit, right? In the essence, it's like, damn it, I have to do it. So why fear it? And in essence, it's to empower others. Courtney right there, Courtney's older than me. She's like 44, about to have a baby. I'm still only 42. She'll be just as old as me. She'll be 60 when her kids are getting, hitting the clubs. Do you think she's going to be, her mom is 60. Are you guys afraid of the future? Do you feel like your time has passed? Women get real psychotic in their 30s about it. They're like, oh my God, I have to have a baby. Oh my God, you probably don't want to. Now I'm 40, I'm like, oh my God, I'll never have a baby. Dude, Adon's mom, we were sitting there, it was Christian's birthday, and she turns to me, bro, and I was like, I'm just grateful my kids are growing up. And she turns to me, she's like a couple years younger than me. She tells me she's pregnant. I was like, oh my God. You got to start all over. Oh my God.
Okay.
It's not really, dude. You'll be okay. And you're not doing it by yourself. It's scary to think of, right? But they're just fears based on a reality that we live in. Put it into more perspective. You see 60-year-olds in your head like, the Golden Girls. We're not that anymore. We're getting younger. We're full of vibrancy. Nah, we don't have to look younger, but we're younger. We'll be good at 60. We'll be good at 70. We'll be good at 80. I'm out at 99. That's plenty of life for all 4 of my children, bro. You guys aren't too old to start over, bro. You're not too old to have an adventure. Know that, okay? All right, and you might have to wait some time to meet the right person. Why? Because you need to become the right person. Otherwise, you're going to meet a bunch of the wrong people. You're going to meet people like you that have the same mentality about relationships that you do. You have to change your mentality about what you want. And I said that before. I caught a guy, he was on his way to a date. He was a Lyft driver, and this is after my awakening. I told him, be honest. Tell her from the beginning that you want something serious. Don't let her waste your time, and don't waste hers. What if she's ultimately you guys are sitting down for something serious. You're not sitting down for sex. You would have went to Tinder for that. You're sitting down for something serious. Don't lie when you get that moment. Don't play cool that I just want a friend. Say, I really want something serious. I'm really trying to be serious. Yeah, it might scare the wrong person that's not ready for serious, but you're calling in serious because you want something serious. Otherwise, you're going to be playing a bunch of games, paying for dates and sex. That's not serious, bro. That's a serious waste of time. You want those dates and that sex to mean something serious. But when you go out and tell a person you're not looking for anything serious, they're not going to take you serious. And they're not going to be serious with you. And if it gets serious, they're out. Because you said you weren't a serious type of person. Come on, be honest about what you're looking for. And that's what scares the shit about these guys. I come up straight up. I'm looking to get married, and we're going to have 2 children and raise God's, and raise the fucking future. I ain't ready for all that. Okay, then, you're not the guy for me. Very simplistic. You don't want the same things I want. That's okay. Let me not waste your time, and you don't waste my time. Just be honest. Okay? Reverse meaning. Your harvest has been poor. This may be a result of bad management. Russ and his terrible manager. Because he's over there trying to sell coffee. He's not worried about selling you, bro. He's worried about making money off of you. He's not worried about selling you, bro. He doesn't know how. In all the years that he has been your manager, you have never done a successful launch of an album. He doesn't have it in him. If you want to be successful, you have to be with successful people. You don't just become successful because you keep paying them. You're paying them for your lack of success. And that's what it is. Who planned this? Russ, literally, what's today? The 30th. His album comes out in June 27th. Already, there's been nothing but dead silence since the last song that he dropped, what was it, a couple weeks ago. So in essence, this douchebag planned 6 weeks of silence before a tour, or before an album launch and a tour. And why the fuck would you drop your fucking album on the 27th and then be on tour by the 8th? Your fucking fans won't even receive their album by that time. You'll be performing songs they don't know if you're performing the album. Sorry. Now me as an independent artist, and I knew exactly I had to do all of this stuff. I went to workshops that are ran by, Top Flight Empire here that teach you how to make music a job. You know what I mean? And this guy, he's supposed to be all high and fucking mighty and shit, and he doesn't know how to do his job. And that's why you get a team. A very viable team that does promotions and marketing and all of this, release dates and all of this. He has literally 30 days, 28 days of nothing. But again, it's been silent since the last drop. He has no intentions to drop another single for the next 30 days. The people will not receive that album until after it's shipped, after it's released. If they paid for immediate shipping, it'll still take 3 days. He's going to be in Denver on July 8th, starting his tour. The album comes out June 27th. There are 30 days in June. Who the fuck planned this? How are you going to make anything off of this? It's done. And yet he keeps trying to beg his current subscribers to purchase another album, to purchase the alternative cover, and a tape, and a CD. Nobody knows what's on the album but these 4 bunk songs that he threw out. And they're supposed to sit there. And mind you, he's had their money since March. And he's not giving them their product until July. What the fuck kind of business scheme is this? This is some fucking Fire Festival, let me take your money and we're going to try to flip it type shit. He told you he paid for... And this is what's funny, dude. You guys know he has your money. And he told you he paid over $170,000, $50,000, $40,000, whatever. He always puts all these numbers out there. To make this movie trailer for his album. What the fuck is that? And nobody's even watched it. Nobody cares. He's doing all of this gimmicks to get an album sold, but he's selling nothing, dude. Then he goes and he spends all this money going to all of these, interviews and lavish dinners and let's go to, let's get floor seats at the game and let's travel and let's do. Bitch, you are not making money, bro. You are losing way more than you're making. Not to mention, he had to pay Big Sean. He has to pay this man to perform at his, for each of these shows. He had to pay not just them, not just Big Sean, but he had to pay this other girl too. Whatever their price is for a show, he has to pay them for those shows. He still doesn't have his ticket sales together. He had to come out of his pocket for all this shit, hoping that it's going to go back in his pocket. But there's no way it's going to, because there's no gimmick he can pull to make enough money off this album. He said that he put up $700,000 of his own money to get all of these records printed before they even came out so that he could sign them. He said if it didn't work, he'd be selling them, on the street. This guy is in deep. Very deep. And you got his gold digging girlfriend? Oh shit. Tell me he's making money off this album. And tell me he's making money off of this fucking tour. How much does it cost to pay Big Sean for one show? He paid them. He came up with an agreement to pay him for how many? 8, 10? He has to pay the artist before. Big Sean gets paid whether he hits that stage or not. That's how this works. If he doesn't get those ticket sales to even out, he's lost so much money. And how much did Big Sean cut him a deal for? This is Big Sean, bro. Is he doing a show less than $150,000? Less than $200,000? And why did he go to Big Sean? Because he's part of our soul tribe? Because Eminem was working with him? He does anything to work with any of my freaking soul tribe. You know what I mean? He just wants to be part of. So badly. That's why he went, chasing Kanye when Kanye released his Donda. He was there. Trying to be part of it. He's a visionary. Yeah, what's his vision? Same as yours, toilet bowl. Alright. This is the result of bad management or a lack of experience. It's frustrating, but you need to apply yourself more and work harder. Back to work, bitch. A relationship is suffering. You need to sit down and decide what you want in it as a couple and put effort into achieving it. Yeah, you're going to be Grammy winning pop stars, aren't you? Keep working on that. You got the great team to make it happen. Come on, God. Irritate me. Don't bring these losers in. What's the fucking outcome? The Wheel of Fortune. You're gonna get it, bro. It's coming. What's coming? Your karma. And this one, it's not really, it's called the word, because everything is combined by the word. All right, the word brings positive, sudden changes into your circumstances. Even if it might not seem like it at all. You might lose your job only to find a better one. Leave a relationship to meet someone who makes you happier. For example, this is a good time to take a risk, as they're likely to pay off. Chance meetings and events can favor you. Well, I need to go outside to meet someone. My stomach aches, God. I really want to, but it's just not feeling well, man. Make the most of it, as things can change again. That means I'm going to go meet this guy, leave this guy, and go meet another guy. Why? Because it's all about that, bro. God wants me to, and he wants you to, but you're not really enjoying this. That's it. It's as the wheel turns. It's the wheel of life, bro. Live your life. Anyways, chance meetings, blah, blah, blah. Change is the one consistent in life. The word brings us wisdom, the wisdom to accept it. All things have a reason, and all things pass. I'm going to burp. I need to anyways. Hold on. What's wrong? I don't know. I told you. I mean, I do know. I'm fine. Ugh. Word asks you to accept responsibility for the choices that you've made and the circumstances that they've brought you to. Reap what you sow, motherfucker. This card is a period of self-discovery when you begin to understand the patterns in your life. That came up again yesterday. Are you realizing what you're doing and why you're doing it? And can you stop yourself from doing this? The stopping comes later. You just have to be aware of what the fuck you're doing all the time. Why do I always do that? I have some funny patterns. I'm seeing me flipping off people again. That was a super pattern of mine when I got on the road. I would flip off everybody. You still do that? Why? Because it's actually dangerous. I didn't realize how dangerous it was to be out there flipping people off on the road. I could get shot or something. I did have this one person once jump in front of me and throw their brakes on me. But I had good brakes, so it wasn't a big deal. They brake checked me. But in essence, you don't realize that your patterns are dangerous. You're going to get fucked up doing this. I mean, I wish a bitch would. And then finally you're like, okay, maybe not. Maybe we should stop playing with fate. Stop waiting for that moment and just, stop doing this. I don't know, take responsibility, understand your patterns. The reverse meaning, you feel at the whim of negative forces beyond your control. Is that God or is it the devil? It might seem like bad luck, but the changes that are happening are inevitable, a result of your past actions. We put you so. And there is no point in resisting them. That's what's happening with me. Why am I going up? Because I already went through all this, bro. I had to fight my brain to not chase, only to receive. You're never going to get this. I mean, you might, in like many lifetimes, but ultimately, damn it took me years for this, bro. I've been working on this for years to stop chasing my future and let it come to me. And it did. And that's where I'm at. I've got the job coming to me. I got housing coming to me. There's a man out there. He's going to come for me. Just kidding. He's already coming to me, I'm sure. Very X-rated. X gonna give it to you. In the essence, my life is, and that's it. It's like, you reap what you sow. I did all of this work for this to happen. That's what I was working on, bro. It's for my future. It wasn't the same type of work you guys do. What God asked me to do, and I swear to God, he's asking you to do, is surrender and let him reveal to you what life he wants for you. And stop chasing the life you want for yourself, because that's no good. In essence, I spent 2 years doing that. I kept chasing. I have videos. Every time he put me on the ground, I was looking for a job, looking for a house. I went to Arizona, looking for a job, looking for a house. Went to fucking Nevada, looking for a job, looking for a house. Came to Colorado, looking for a job, looking for a house. Looking for love in all the wrong places is what I was doing. He said, stop looking. Look at yourself, and I'll take care of everything else. You're still chasing something. And unfortunately, it doesn't end when you're chasing. The chase continues. You're going to continue chasing until you learn to receive what's, God's grace. I'm serious, bro. The longer that Russ goes after his Grammy, the longer he doesn't get it. The longer Lewis keeps chasing the cars in front of him, the longer he doesn't get it. If they accept, if they surrender, God, if it's your will, and they stop doing what they're doing without doing it for that reason, first off, they won't do it anymore. If they came to the realization that I'm not going to get a Grammy without God, and maybe God doesn't want to have it, then they won't keep doing this. They're only doing it because they think they have power, and if they keep doing this, they'll get what they want. If Lewis sat down with God and God said, Lewis, I'm not going to give it to you. You can keep racing till your dying breath, but I'm not going to give it to you. Which is pretty much what God is telling Lewis. If Lewis accepts that God's not going to give it to him, will he keep racing? Or will he chase something else? Now, if he trusts God and follows God, what do you think God will do? He'll give it to him. What God wants you to know is you can't do this without him. You were never supposed to. You cannot get the great things of life without him. And you're denying that you need him to make this happen. So therefore, he's denying you the things you want to happen. He wants good things for your life. Not just for you to sit around being all boastful and proudful. He wants to work in your life and let people see the magic. How it just happened for you. That God happened for you. There's no pride in what you make happen. When he comes in and he fucking works, he's pleased. When you give him a chance to work in your life and then people can see that he exists in your life, that's pleasing to him. And my story right now, he's all proud because he gets to show people that how real he is in my life. I'm proud too because I get to show them. He's not proud of what I do. He's proud, you know what I mean? He's proud of, it's not pride anyways. He's pleased. And that's why I reap this reward. He wasn't going to deny me a house and money. He just wanted me to stop doing it my way and let him take care of it. Do it his way. He wasn't going to deny me that, and he never did. He made sure I had money, and he made sure I had a place to stay. But until I surrendered to where he wanted me to live and where he wanted me to work, nothing was going to work, and I wouldn't have a place of peace. That's to the rest of you. You want peace? Go with God. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable in the beginning, but he brings you peace through the chaos. He shows you that it's okay during this storm. To welcome change is a liberating experience. This is not a good time to start a business, look for a new job, or begin a relationship. When things are falling apart, you don't try to put them together. The second you lose something, you don't try to replace it. You sit with the loss. You don't let your dog die and then go buy a puppy to make yourself feel better. Do you know how fucked up that is? Okay, now let's go back to your fucking relationships. You don't break up with someone and then go get another toy to fucking make yourself feel better. Because that toy isn't going to make you feel better. You're going to realize that you lost something important and it hurts. You can't just turn it off by the next big, your next little toy. You have to accept the loss and grieve it. Otherwise, again, you're going to latch on to the same thing that God just pulled out of your hands. Understand why you lost it. And then you're really going to realize that you didn't lose it. You sabotaged it with your own behaviors. And that if you don't stop this, you'll see that you've been doing this. You'll see your pattern, bro. That you keep doing this. That it's not them, it's you. You're the reason you keep losing jobs. You're the reason that people don't hang out with you. You know what I mean? When I woke up, there was nobody to blame but me. Why don't I have any friends? Why don't I have any family? Why am I isolated? Why do I hate the world? There was nobody to blame but me, and understand me and my part in all of this. I didn't have the memories of who they were and what they did. All I had was my own feelings. And you have to sit there and evaluate what's bringing you to the same point, the same 0 point, you know what I mean? And a lot of times that's it. It's like, I'm right back where I started, but now I have the right mentality, so I won't end up here again. If I didn't have the right mindset, then I'm about to do this all over again. Another year of nonsense. I have not learned my lesson. That's you guys, and that's that fucking Mercury retrograde I was talking about. You're going to go straight into your patterns. Perhaps you need to. And that's what I said. Sometimes I needed to. I needed to karmics to see what my karmic behaviors were. I needed to allow myself to react like it always does so I could see what my reactions were. Some of those things you really need to go back to where you came from and relive it so you can understand it. You know what I mean? I really had to. There was no way running from Bobby wasn't going to heal this situation. I had to go back and relive that situation to understand why we kept doing this. Because that's what was happening. It was a pattern, dude, over years and years that we kept playing out, and I wasn't aware of it. I had to do it one more time. Did I know I was in a pattern? I mean, sort of. You always hope that it's not going to end the same way, but you kind of know that it is because you're dealing with the same circumstances. There's no way I could have told myself a lie that this was going to end differently by hooking up with him. Oh, this is going to be the one. Now he's going to leave his wife. No. Because even before, we still had this pattern. Before he was married, we would hook up and he would disappear. in essence, I couldn't fully understand his patterns and what makes him do it, but I needed to understand what kept bringing me to it. Why was I okay with this? Why was I playing out this pattern? Toxic relationships, karmic patterns, karmic soul ties. You'd like to say I broke the pattern, but it didn't. It replayed. How I break the pattern is not going back to it. How do I do that? Understanding. Because it was only with the understanding of the pattern do I have the understanding why not to do this anymore. When you know that it's always going to end the same way, that it's the definition of insanity, bro. When you finally realize what's going on, if I do this, this will happen. You stop doing that, bro. Or you do something else to see if something else will happen. But you don't just keep doing this, bro. And that's where it is like, the Wheel of Fortune, what's happening right now was meant to happen because of your past, that's what the 7, this is a reap what you sow, a defeat. This is what it says, defeat, reaping what you sow because of fate. Now on the other side, no, you know what I mean? And that's really the truth, is like, down to Wolfman, he's a pattern, bro. I broke some of them, but he himself is part of my pattern. If you knew my history, bro, you could see that this guy fits my pattern. My ex-husbands, totally terrified. They saw him as a for sure. For sure. She's going for this one. Guaranteed. She cannot say no. And that's what God made him. You cannot say no to this one. He's all of your patterns. He's all of your mistakes. Physically, everything. All of that shit that he exerts. I've always been attracted to that type of bullshit. And I fell for it again. You saw me. I was still attracted to it. The attraction, you understand what you're attracted to, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. I started to understand why I was attracted to fuckboys. Because that came with the Lilith. Knowing that you could have everyone and then I could have you gave me power. And that explained the relationship as being the side chick. I had to learn all these things. Each of your relationships teach you more about you. But ultimately, yeah, that motherfucker is a walking karmic pattern. But he also is, you know what I mean? He sees, I saw myself in him too. It's like, I didn't see myself as a Knight of Wands until I dealt with one. I'm like, oh, okay, we both are this. Yeah, we're totally out for an adventure and are going to leave you and we're done. I get that. Okay. See, and that's what I mean is like attracts like. You're like me and that's what's attracting us. But we're being attracted by all of our fucking negative qualities. And that's when you gotta walk away. Now, going back to the one that I love and I keep holding on to, it's not our negative qualities that bring us back. It's the positive qualities. Every time I heal and I've overcome a negative quality, that's what brings me back to this person, is I'm no longer negative. So this particular person, our connection is built on the healing and the positive qualities of this healing journey. Not the negative qualities, you know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, he's all giving to it. I'm not giving into this shit. You give into yourself, motherfucker. All right, let's confirm it all with a Notoria. These are like the highest level tarots. I say this every single time, because they give you the whole outlook. We're going to pull one from the top. Let's see, we're at 60. What is that? Oh, the 7 of Cups. Illusions, confusions, and options and opportunities. Look at all of that in there. And then it comes with an invocation. I always forget about these. How's your Latin? I don't know. It's right up there with my Sanskrit. Si habla español. That's about it, bro. I speak Taco Bell, as they say. What number are we? 60. I'm not there yet. That's what we said. You're going to be a 60-year-old grandma. I mean, I'm going to be fucking out there, dude. George Clooney had children. I think he was already 50 by the time he had his children with his wife. Where he finally got married and had children. He was old. He's doing just fine, right? Alright, no, not 50, 60. 60. Here we go. Mitzriel. God who lifts the oppressed. Nice. Invocation. Justuis Dominius in omnibias vis suis et sanctuis in onomias. I don't know what this word is. Opervias suis. I don't know, guys. It sounds like some kind of, something on a menu. Beneficent. That's a word. This beneficent and liberating archangel's first and fundamental steps bring to our consciousness the origin of a problem or an illness. They're trying to make you aware of your patterns. That's what all of these... It's quite beautiful, dude. If you watch my videos yesterday, you catch the 10-day forecast, and then you catch the shadow, and you catch this. It's a constant flow of conversation from the divine walking you through this. It's quite lovely. A healing that requires an upstream awareness. Once taken, it will free us from the burdens that haunt us. And that's it. Once you become aware of your patterns, you can change them. Converting them into instructive experiences. And that's it. You look back and you understand what you learned from it. Mitzrio's activity hinders only when reason gets put at the service of feelings. That's logic before your feelings. And intellectual power is used only to justify the satisfaction of lesser impulses and passion. That's you and your ego, Igor. Intellectual power is used to justify, right? The satisfaction of lesser impulses and passions. And that's what Wolfman's always trying to do. He's trying to use his words to justify his karmic patterns. The attributes is the number 6. The chorus is the archangels. The tarot is the 7 of cups. The planet is Mars, taking action. Sign is Capricorn. The erotesic is the 7 of cups. Well, I guess I'll read that to you so you have a better... That's the quantum. Not helpful. We're always in the quantum, but I don't want to teach you about planets right now. Let's read the 7 of Cups real quick for you, for those that forgot. If you're not aware of our teachings, we've done all of them except for the wands. You can go intro to tarot and go catch up with us and learn what the tarot is, okay? I still read them out of here for everybody that doesn't know, but you can learn tarot on your own. I teach you at least once or twice a year, I'm sure. I think we do that every year, don't we, guys? I always do. I'll get an intro to tarot and we'll go through and start reading them all like that again. All right, let's see. You are discontented. While daydreaming is pleasurable, make sure you're not mistaking illusions for reality. Don't lose yourself in sensual pleasures, drugs, and alcohol. I think I'm lying. Dump her and watch. Nobody will be with you. That's okay. She's done too. Nobody wants her after you've done fucking beat up that pussy. You got your pussy beat up by Russ the Bus. Standards are so low around there. Sucks to be you. Hold on tight, bitch. That's where you're going. To the grave, that one. I told you. You're gonna marry that bitch. I prayed it upon you. That's your bitch. You're gonna have to feed her appetite, her insecurities, yours, and you're gonna have to compete with every other fucking man that can come and outbuy her. She comes with a price. Know that. And if you ain't making enough, she's out. You're gonna reap this one, bro. And that goes back to Kanye and his ugly bitch. Ain't nobody touching that bitch. You can smell your vagina. Let's see. Yeah, you took the poison chalice. The chalice is the woman's womb. It's poisoned. She's a poison chalice. Reverse meaning. You are living in a dream world, trying to escape the real one. Perhaps you're using drugs and alcohol to do it. Alternatively, you may be spending all your time dreaming, meditating, or doing trance work. That's me. Leaving you ungrounded and unbalanced. I mean, my feet are on the ground. You need to come back to earth. What is it that you're afraid of in the real world? Are you letting genuine opportunities pass you by to escape into a fantasy life? Wake up. No, I'm not. I seize all opportunities. But no, I'd rather spend my time in trance work than dealing with, losers outside. Well, that's a fun one. Are you guys ready for a fun weekend? It's current. My energy. I'm going. I already told you what it is. I told you the outcome. The wheel of fortune. I don't know if that's the right fucking show tune. I'm tuning it though. I'm tuning the shows up. I don't know. We read our shadows. We read all of this. It's way early on a Friday, so I'm sure God has more teachings for you. I teach you something. I guess we're going to go back into your shadows. The dark night of the soul is where we started. I just started to prepare you for this and how painful it is and blah, 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 blah. What do you need? Quiet space, a citrine, your favorite childhood snack, and get ready to take a lot of baths. Really? What kind of fucking thing did I sign up for? Spiritual healing. We use holistic healing methods here, bro. Baptisms and stuff. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I do, but I don't want to tell you that your life sucks and you need to make some serious changes if you want it to get better. I do tell you that all the time. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell you to leave that's no longer serving you. Bobby no longer served me. He couldn't give me what I wanted next. Russ never could have. Wolfman never could have. That's it. You learned, by playing these games with these losers, you find out that there was no chance in hell you were going to get what you wanted, and that you were just playing a game with a bunch of losers. Move on. Sorry, dude, but this guy can't give me what I want in life, so why give him my energy or time or anything? You kind of learn that, bro. What do you want in life? Is this person going to stand in your way, or are they going to support you as you're going towards your life's dreams? Going back to Wolfman, this motherfucker doesn't have a dream. He doesn't have a vision. He's just buying plane tickets and fucking girls in different countries. He's third world dick. Fucking third world chicks, bro. That's dangerous as fuck with STDs the way they are. You know what I mean? I don't want that. But I was attracting that shit because that's where, you know what I mean? That was my, commitment levels as a Knight of Wands. I had to go through it to be like, ugh. And that's it. Then face the mirror. You look at them and you realize what's wrong with you and you heal you, and you never want to look at them again because they're still unhealed. He's still out chasing fucking bitches, I'm sure. He will continue to do that for, I don't know, this lifetime, the next. Whatever makes his flesh feel good, and that's what it is about being in the pride, being in the ego. You do whatever is prideful, whatever makes your flesh feel good. Okay. And that's what Bobby said. You can't always do what makes you happy. No, I just don't do things that don't make me happy. A lot of what I do isn't a happy experience. It's very challenging. I don't feel happy about what I'm doing. I'm being brave, and it's painful. But I'm doing the work so that I'm not unhappy later. And that's it. It's like, I'm not going to do some shit that makes me unhappy just to please somebody else. Why is your happiness more important than mine? That's not true. I do make a lot of sacrifices for my children. But at the same time, it's like, sometimes I gotta be like, nah. Like yesterday, my son, what a douchebag. And I still did it. I felt so sick. And that's why I went to fucking... So I went to Target, because I promised him the day before that I would get him a bag of Doritos, but I didn't do it. And as I'm laying there in my bed and he's there, I feel guilty. Like, you made a promise and you didn't even keep your promise. You know what I mean? So then I go and I get him the chips, and then I'm laying down, and then he said something to me last night. He wants something else. I'm like, bro, I feel sick. That's just selfish of you to ask me to get up and go get you something else. I promised you, I honored the promise. But for you to just ask me to get up when I don't feel good like that, that's not cool. There's some things I don't want to fucking do. I do it, especially with my daughter. Remember you heard me bitching about it? I don't want to fucking go to your graduation. I don't want to do any of this. I will sacrifice my own happiness for yours. You know what I mean? But in the sense of, no, not fully. I'm not going to be totally fucking unhappy because you want something. And that's what you got to realize, is you're sacrificing yourself for everybody else's abundance, joy, and happiness. You're not abundant, you're not joyful, and you're not happy about what you're doing. You're just doing it so that they have a smile on their face. So you can have the power of putting a smile on their face. That's not power, bro. You're powerless. Where's the smile on your face? People pleaser. People pleaser. And that's it too. It came up yesterday in our video, about the 10-day forecast. It's like overgiving. Being of a giving heart, but not overgiving or overextending yourself. I can only do so much for you. I can only do so much for my children. I can only do so much for God. And then there's so much I have to have some for me. I have to live in this body too. I have to make sure that I'm okay in this body, and I'm not just walking around hating my body and hating my life. I gotta make sure that I'm okay inside of here while I'm doing everything else. Lots to be said, lots to be said. Hey, I'll catch you guys later. We'll go through the trips. I'll go through the stages of the Dark Night of the Soul with you as best as I can. We'll try to put them into chapters so you have an idea that even if you get through this, dude, you're not done. It took Carl Jung 6 years, bro. How long did it take me? I'm going into my 3rd year, so about 2 years. But I gave it everything, bro. All day, every day. I gave it everything. I stopped working. I stopped chasing life and spent my whole 2 years working on my inside life. I still had stuff to do outside. I still was, that's where all these videos are. And that was the hard part, was stop chasing life and work and create a new life. But I gave it everything. And again, I'm waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're doing this all day long. Every memory, every repressed thought that I can get to come to the surface, I got to work on. And it's painful. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. You know what I mean? So later on tonight, how you deal with them. They're never really going to get done. And that's where, Nipsey had to come in and teach me the marathon continues. There's no ceiling to this. There's no level of I'm good. Because you can always be better. And that's what Kobe teaches us. Every day we're getting better by just facing it. Facing the adversity and not running from the challenges. It's not about winning, not overcoming it, but at least facing it. You can't beat Kobe at his own game. Rule number 1. Every time he wants to play ball, dude, I know I can't beat him, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to try. I'm going to try my hardest to beat you at this game. With that being said, I'm sick and I'm hungry and I don't feel well, and I'm going to go lay down for a little while. When I get back up, we'll get another video going. And that's it too, take care of yourself. Hey, love yous. Later. Bye-bye.